ran and then their tentacles go up. So anyway,
Sure.
so tell me, let's talk about the Carolinas.
Yeah.
I got a buddy who lives in Dallas and he bought something there. Do I have any desire to go?
Carolinas?
He's
We
in
have
Myrtle Beach.
family is my draw.
Okay,
I mean, Kathy, my wife's from Charlotte. She grew up in Charlotte.
that's a whole different.
So our draw is family. The Outer Banks are super cool.
Okay.
You know, I don't know if you've ever looked at a map of Carolina, but the Outer Banks are like the spit of land.
Oh yeah.
It's about 25 miles offshore at Hatteras. You know, when you get out to Hatteras, that's why the fishing's so good there. You're so close to the Gulf Stream right there.
Okay. Do you fish?
Is that North Carolina or South Carolina?
North. Yeah. What's that?
I've been to South Carolina.
Yeah, what part did you go?
Well, what's the island where everyone goes for tourism?
Oh, Pawleys Island's one. There's Kiowa.
I'm talking about South Carolina.
Yeah. Pawleys Island's right on the border. That's near where our place is. And then Kiowa Island is a real popular place in South Carolina too. Charleston's there. Charleston's a great.
I went through. I had a trade show there, and it was like
It's
the South.
the South. It is 110% the South.
Yes sir, no sir. Yes sir, no sir.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
sorry.
the upside is the food is great, and there's a lot of history there too.
Oh yeah.
The
Charleston.
history's got a dark side that they don't always admit, but there's a lot.
They don't
of
have the
history.
hanging posts.
What's that?
They don't have the hanging post marked.
Not
Or
marked.
the squares where they bought and sold people.
It's not marked anymore.
Yeah, anymore. It's
No, it's the South. I have a lot of draw there and a lot of angst about there. I left there for a reason. I grew up in Virginia, so
oh
and I left.
Hilton Head Island is what I was
Oh yeah. Hilton Head's great. I mean, that's a little more progressive than the rest of the state, I think.
Virginia's Robert Byrd, card carrying member.
Yeah.
Robert Byrd for 100 years was a senator.
Yeah. I mean, they're still fighting Civil War.
I'm intrigued by it.
Huh?
I'm intrigued. The state capitol here was not in the Union, was not in the U.S. during the Civil War, and there was a monument.
Right.
Anyway, that's a whole other day.
Well, have you ever been to the state capitol here?
Oh yeah. Oh, I go regularly.
Have you been in the House chambers?
Oh yeah.
Do you see Barney Ford stained glass right over the speaker's
Yes,
head?
yes, yes.
That's cool.
Yeah. When did he die? I should know more about him.
18s.
Okay, yeah.
Late 18s.
Okay, good.
Yeah. He was cool. He was quite a man.
I haven't read about
We
him.
need to go through the museum here. So.
You should. I mean, he was a very, very impressive individual. I mean, he was a slave, and he was he was an escaped slave, and he wrote an incredible letter to his owner. After he was incredibly articulate. When he was a slave, he was a talented musician, and so his owners wanted him to play piano for him, right? So they sent him to training for the piano, but the people that were training him also educated him. And he was fucking smart. He was in the state legislature. He was the first African American in the state legislature, first black man in the
That's
state
pretty cool.
legislature. I mean,
I'm
you
Mr.
gotta read
OBJ,
about him.
Mr. Texan history.
He's a fascinating man. He built a business in Denver, burned down, started over, lost everything. Built another business. I mean, I could go on and on. He's amazing.
That's neat.
And it's our town.
Yeah, it's the time.
I mean, this was part of his life, was here. Which is
That's-
cool. Super cool.
We met somebody yesterday. Trav. A guy named Trav. Been coming here 45 years. Yeah. Yeah, we were sitting on the porch. He's like, who are you? I've been here 45 years.
Over here?
Yeah. We were sitting on the porch and he's walking across.
Travis?
He said, Travis, call me Trav.
There's a couple of Travs around. Where are you from, Lindsay?
Originally Rochester, Minnesota.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then I moved to Denver a couple of years ago after having been in Chicago and Atlanta also. So
Yeah.
I experienced this.
Well, Denver's not quite Chicago and Atlanta, but it's getting there, I think.
It's different. Not as much of a foodie scene in Denver.
No, it's not.
Anywhere near
But-
Chicago or Atlanta.
But you're absolutely right. But it's a lot better than it was. It used to just be a steak. It was just a cow town.
yeah.
I mean, 25 years ago, it was just, they had good steak. That was,
We're finding some good spots. Yeah, and that helps because I don't need beef.
they're
Something other than that.
there's getting a scene, but you're absolutely right. It does not rival Chicago or Atlanta.
My work is based out of Denver, so it's good work.
Nice.
And it's warmer than Minnesota. So it's an upgrade.
Very much so. And not quite as miserably hot during the summer. It's hot, but it's not.
I
It's
appreciate the job, especially after being in the south and the humidity, and it just is like.
Oh God, my niece got married. My goddaughter got married in August.
Congratulations.
Years ago, yeah, in Richmond, Virginia. Oh, it's
In
gonna
August.
die.
August.
August.
In August?
August. I thought it was gonna die. My poor kids who were born and raised here, they all melted. They were like,
Outdoor weddings.
"What is
Of course
this?"
it's outdoor, right? It was outdoors.
Partially.
Oh.
It was unbearable outdoors, and the air conditioning couldn't keep up indoors. So.
They got a deal because Central Texas, the weddings are not in August and July.
I really dislike the air conditioning, so this type of town is perfect for me because
You and I both. I always seem to get sick. When I
it
go
feels
back
very
there,
Hot
confining
cold, hot cold.
to just always live a life of your windows closed all the time.
that's like people live in Arizona. I was like, I get it, spring and fall. It looks really appealing. I don't get it for the other 3 or 4 months in the summer.
You've lived here a long time.
I have. It's home
Greg
now.
says you're on the city council.
I am.
That's cool. I helped a friend. I was on the planning commission in my hometown.
Oh, cool.
And I was serving with a friend named Nick, and some of us convinced him to run for his ward, and I ran his campaign twice, and we won both
Oh,
times,
cool.
so.
For council?
City council, yeah, it was
For Minneapolis? Or?
Rochester.
Roger, oh, that's right. You said that.
And
How big
it
is
was of the experiences in my life,
120,000.
top 3. Like I just loved the process.
You
the
can
experience.
really make a difference at the
You
local
can,
level.
absolutely.
You really can. I've loved it.
my top three.
I was appointed halfway through a term and then got reelected. So I'll be a year from now. I have to decide if I'm gonna run, and I can run one more time.
Do you usually get some pretty good competition, or is it hard?
There's a lot of people, but most of them are single agenda people and not very well informed. So you end up,
That's a perfect description.
yeah. I mean.
They don't have the breadth of all the different things.
And it's so broad. I mean, in a small town like this, you do everything. And that's what I love about it. You learn. I mean, it's water, the roads, the dams, to housing.
I got Jay here about 3 weeks ago. That guy loves his job.
He's phenomenal.
I'm like, I want your energy. And I thought I was energetic. Jay is Blue River Bistro, but he's on council.
Oh.
And he is like, oh my
2
God.
restaurants.
And he said the same lady for you for mayor that you said for mayor.
He what?
The same lady you said for mayor. He said that's who it is.
Absolutely. Kelly Owens. She's very
Is there
smart.
an election this week?
In a year.
He said that. I said that's what Dick
She's
said.
phenomenal. You need to get together with her. She's the best.
I'll make friends.
Super smart, young family, a trained biologist, worked for Snow Engineering, which is the company the Forest Service always hires for ski area expansions, and also she understands that relationship really well in some of the environmental challenges and concerns. And
Is she a civil engineer?
no, she's a biologist.
Oh, okay.
Snow Engineering is a company that really they design ski areas. And they help the Forest Service and the ski area, both Forest Service and ski area hire them to help because the Forest Service doesn't have enough staff to do the environmental studies that are required for the NEPA, all the NEPA. Where I don't know how familiar you are with it, but it's but for all the environmental studies that go into expansions, Forest Service doesn't have staff to do it, so they hire this company to do it. And she was a biologist with
Yeah.
it. So they have an engineering side and a biology.
I'm a civil, so that's why.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Hence the lards.
Yeah.
She just give it to him.
That's good.
I'll bring 50 more.
I got it electronically from the surveyor that when you bought it. So what are you thinking? Did you read that?
I read it. I don't see. I met with the Wright I'm coming back to that. That's all part of it. I met per your suggestion for the window wells. That was the biggest one that concerned me.
Yeah.
I met with somebody, and they're going to start this summer putting up fences because they have to dig it out. So that one doesn't. I don't see where the 4 feet on either side benefits both of us.
What do you want it to be?
I don't see that. I don't think I need access to your property.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all.
Well, I do for yours, so.
Yeah.
I mean, are we neighbors or not?
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about this when you moved in.
Yeah. Yeah. So the big thing is the fence is going to come up. So we need to talk about that.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I hope it's soon, because I'm meeting with them on Wednesday, and the guy
So
said,
are you going to block the walk-in like soon?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I'll know more on Wednesday.
Thanks for the warning.
Yeah. No.
I need to move the door.
No, not in the next week or two. No. Not no. No, that's why we're talking about this. But I'll have more as I don't have any information now other than they're going to start this summer. Yeah, so I'll let you know.
Okay.
Yes.
You said you're going to do the fences soon. So.
Oh, yeah. Soon's a
Who's
relative
going to do
word.
the work?
I'll find out Wednesday. I got the architect's name, and I'll remember it when I see him again. I don't know it, but I'll remember him. His name is I don't remember.
Who's the contractor?
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you may end up getting bids and stuff too.
Yeah, DJ's at the top, and then DJ Shepard, and then there's I don't know who the other guy said. I want a couple to toss in.
Because I'd love to meet with the
I would love for you to.
contractor and the architect. I mean,
Yeah.
to me, the right thing to do here would be for all of us to get together once you have a plan and a thought and kind of talk about how we can minimize impact to each other.
Yes.
I can share with you what's existing now, which I'm not sure if they know. There's a French drain through the property because you were having moisture. The previous owner of your property was having moisture.
Remember
in
his
the
name?
basement.
Yeah.
And so we mutually agreed, and I mutually helped pay to put a French drain right down the middle of that lot line.
Yeah.
I don't know whose property it's on, probably both. And it's got heat tape that it should be plugged in your place. You need to make sure it stays plugged in. Because
Is it under the ground?
yes, it's under the stone because before, all that stone that's there now.
Oh, yeah.
It was just dirt and rocks and rough and
Let me hold that thought. Do you remember when that was just dirt and rocks?
we don't know what was.
Concrete. Because I've seen old pictures.
I don't remember.
Okay. It's been a while. Because there's.
Roof drains pipe to this French drain?
I do not.
Oh, okay. So it's
But you guys have, there's gutters on that side. I'm not sure where the downspouts
we'll
are.
check that out.
But, it's just, how melt is. I mean, moisture just finds its way. And
I told him
so
about.
we did that as a mutual project. So we dug it up,
If it was mutual, then it must be benefiting you in some way.
just being a good neighbor. I mean, it benefited me because I had access to the side yard, yeah.
Benefiting in terms of keeping it dry for you, probably. Right?
I had no moisture issues.
So what's the benefit to you? That's, I don't understand.
It's Breckenridge, being a good neighbor. That's what we do.
Oh, I was just trying to understand like the tangible outcome that.
That's tangible in my mind. That's how I think.
What did the? Sorry, this isn't my business. I'm an engineer, so I'm like wanting to understand all the logistics.
To me, that's what we do in this small town because there are these messy borders on side yards all over town.
Yeah.
People just figure it out, They don't charge each other rent and all that stuff. They just figure it out. I mean, my house at home, I've got a fence on my next door neighbor's yard. He's getting ready to sell, so I wrote him a letter. Said if the new owner wants to take down the fence, I'll take down the fence. But I've never paid him a dime. It's just I had little kids at the time. This was 25 years ago.
I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm supposed to start off with that. How are your kids? Are they healthy?
No, they're good. Yeah.
Okay, good.
So
That's my personal thing.
But I mean, that's just how I see things. We may or may not disagree. I'll be disappointed if we disagree because we already talked about it at length. But that's how I see things. Mutual agreement. I mean, you want to stick me for money? I'll probably tell the staff they can't use it anymore. And they will be very unhappy. I need access to my walk-in. So
It's not.
If
It's
you
oh
want to
no.
bend me over for that, bend me over for that.
No,
It's
the
just
fence.
not how we do things.
The fence isn't going to be a quick thing. As soon as this
understand
summer, because
that.
I thought it was next summer.
a temporary construction fence is one thing, but you know, the
Yeah, that's
way
what I'm
this
talking
whole
about.
conversation started is entirely out. So
Say, I'm sorry. I didn't hear that.
the emails you sent and the way this conversation all started.
Oh, we're past all that.
Okay, good.
We're past all that.
Good.
Now we're working on per your suggestion, the window wells.
Well, I'm working on an easement because
Yeah.
I think that's in relation to it.
Yeah.
I've never done
So.
So yeah, I'll let you know. Wednesday I get another meeting. What am I missing?
Which is close-ish.
Well, I need to start working on getting access to my walk-in. You know, once you move the door, which is going to be challenging. So, just to hear this, because I was thinking it was next summer.
Oh, I thought it was next summer. I did backflips when the guy said,
As soon as there's contractors available.
Yeah, I'm
that's
like,
the tough
what?
part,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, finding.
the plans are coming. The plans are coming because I got my email back from the city in regards to the window wells, which was fantastic, and because they gave me the numbers, and yeah, so
So you got a building permit for it?
it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. They said it's not. It'll be a 7-day
We'll get
deal.
all the permits.
Yeah.
Because
Pardon
we'll be getting all the permits.
I got my civil engineer
I
here.
don't know if Greg told you that we're going to remodel the whole inside.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, it's
And
probably
that might not
time.
come till next. That part might not come till
Well, I'm sure you're aware that it's far from code for the way it's being used now. So, and I've never said a word about it, never will. But it's far, far from code, which is why I didn't buy the building. I made him a
Nothing
lowball
not
offer.
over.
What's that?
Nothing we can't overcome with
No.
a little bit of money.
Well,
and
I'm just saying,
some good
you know,
design.
the way it's being used now is far from,
What, the upstairs?
no, the downstairs.
Oh, the downstairs.
I mean, there's no bedrooms down there. There's no egress.
Well, the city told me there's 2.
But I worked at
Yeah.
Because the permits that I have say there's 2 bedrooms down there. And so that's why we're putting the window wells in to make it
Well, and that's
to make
what I
it more
suggested.
proper. Right. So that's what's happened. And the guy, I told him what you said about the grate for when they need to walk. But then it's when he's like, hey, dude, fence. Because we're not going to dig this without a fence up. I said, okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have to for digging.
So yeah, and they're big windows. I don't know if you've ever, but they have to be, do you know this?
Yeah, my dad bought egress windows for a
They're
basement.
3 feet by 3 feet. And the ones right now are,
Oh, yeah. That's my whole point.
they're 9-year-old kid size windows.
Which is, you know, it's a life safety issue.
Oh, that's what I
I
say.
work with architects and have for 30 years, so I know all the code very, very well.
Good.
And
Like, I applied for
I'm
it.
serving as Greg's technical advisor on all the things.
Well, and I'm learning the code quite quickly in my role on council because
Yeah.
we've got some sizable developments that have
Oh.
forced me to.
Here's no one. Tell Lindsay about, because we talked about the other gondola and you said probably not.
We did a study, just a feasibility study on it, hired snow engineering. And I don't, there's a lot of hurdles in terms of access and easements that would be necessary. And it's just that, as you know, to build a gondola structure like that is enormous.
All the property is owned by the city, not the ski resort.
I don't know what property you're referring to.
So when you say we hired,
We
it wasn't
being
the
the
city
city,
hired.
because
Oh.
we own the property where the base would be.
Oh, okay.
And the Skiria leases the property at the top from the National Forest Service. And in between, there's a whole bunch of different ownership types.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's why we wanted to just look at it, just do kind of a, is this even an option? And we probably came to the conclusion, probably not.
I saw the images online. I was like, oh, that looks cool.
It would be really cool. I mean,
a thousand stall parking garage.
Same thing there.
it would be the right solution. But I'm starting to wonder, I don't know if you have thoughts on this, but how much parking do we really need to build?
You're
Because
talking to the wrong person because I'm the anti-parker.
why?
Didn't get into any.
I don't have positive things to say about building parking garages in cities and accommodating them.
Well, that's why I asked.
Yeah.
I wonder.
This is a
because-
walkable city.
You know, I don't drive. to
But I mean,
Denver.
we're talking. I'm talking. Our economy is based,
If I get into
highly on
school,
guests, on tourists, and a large chunk of those come from Denver, which now is all cars. But what's it going to be in 10 years is my question. I mean, Are we building parking for
He's like
as
10
long
years?
as you're charging.
Or are we
for it.
building it for 4 years?
My beef is when cities build the parking garages and then give it away for free.
It was amazing though.
You know, and it's property that's, you know, taxed at a very low rate, so you're not getting any revenue from a parking garage.
Well, we own them, so it's not
I
private.
didn't know I didn't have
But
to.
there's, like, well, that's even worse, right? Because then that's the opportunity cost of it could be a private development that would bring in millions in property taxes, and instead it's going to be parking,
No one was telling
which
me.
has
We're not looking for more.
indirect revenue.
We're not looking for more development here due to our infrastructure. I mean, our valley is narrow. We're not trying to incent development in any way.
Yeah,
You know, if anything, we're trying to discourage it.
but they're come knocking at your door, and
And it just
They're
so
coming.
happened
They wanna-
that it was a good
Well,
time.
yeah, there's development rights, so, you know, but they're limited now. So, you know, it's a little different animal than a city that's looking for that financial vibrance through growth.
So that's why I left.
We're looking for financial vibrance through the quality of our brand. And I think there's a lot of people in town that feel the quality of our brand is being compromised by how busy we are all the time. So it's a little contrary to
I
incent.
don't envy your position in a
It's
town like
interesting.
this of
Very
having to
interesting.
balance the needs of the locals versus
Yeah.
where the money's coming from.
Because we're trying to have, I mean, you look at all my staff over there, I mean, can they buy houses and pay for mortgages, you know? Well, they need to work year round, you know, and right now we're very seasonal.
And you need them.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, you know,
Austin, Texas had an article in the paper, and they bring it out every year, South by Southwest. Y'all both know it, right? You've heard South by Southwest. It's too big. And the first time it came out was about 89 when it was in year 2. That was before they had Doritos and
And then
the
I got
president
my
there.
second, like, stipend of
In Austin, if you don't build it, we're not going to come. Hey, guess what? We're here. They came to Austin.
well, Austin's struggling right now a little bit from people I know that have lived there a long time in terms of just how to manage the growth well.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that makes Austin unique. You
No,
know,
Yeah.
that's every big city.
Oh, I was there last Monday.
They're all
true.
struggling with the
Because
growth.
that infrastructure is so
I'm building a $1 billion
crazy expensive.
hospital in Billings, Montana,
No, before.
and I mean, have you watched
There's a state
Yellowstone?
that's exploding.
Have you watched Yellowstone?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're just like,
I mean, not all of it, but some of it.
yeah, don't even.
And
know.
I've spent time up there. Yeah.
And I said this to you before. I'm going to find a committee for the city because I voted.
Good.
I'm going to. My counselor's going to help
I
me.
had a wide scope. I was like, I'll
That'd
do
be great.
anywhere.
Love it.
You're all at
As
large,
long as it's not.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Council.
And then
The
I
mayor
have
is
space
elected
Further
singularly.
south, but it
And
was
then
like,
the
it was
other
like a
council
4-hour
folks, the
drive
other
over. And I
6
got,
council
like,
folks are at large.
It's fun, isn't it?
It's interesting. It's usually
I was
fun.
6 years on the planning commission, and
Planning commission's a heavy lift. I mean, that's your profession, so maybe not as
Are you
heavy a
paid?
lift. But,
is the
yeah, a little
council
bit.
paid? Okay.
We get a lot of nice benefits like rec center passes and.
Do you get no parking tickets?
No, we get back.
Austin, Texas is no parking tickets. Because I told you I ran for mayor 21 years ago. That was one of the benefits. They're like, I'm reading them like,
Park anywhere.
right, park anywhere. I'm like,
I don't like that.
they do that for state legislators too.
Our
I don't like
biggest
it either.
compensation is health insurance. We get
Yeah, that's the big
we
one.
get the staff plan on health insurance, which is huge.
That's it.
I mean, for me, being a business owner, paying my own health insurance, you know, my family plan, with me paying for it in,
Give me a number. Go
Can't
ahead.
even imagine.
huh?
Is it $2,000, $2,100 a month? No, you have kids.
It was just like, it was like.
It's 30 plus a year, you know, and I didn't even know I got it when I ran. I had no idea. It's not why I ran.
2 months.
You know, it's not the money.
Oh, here's my thought in your head, and I don't know. We don't know each other that well, but I'm going to say, you don't comprehend that they're going to pay it for you. And when someone told you, you're like, what?
Oh, Rick called me the next day after I was appointed. He said, "Well, do you want to get on health insurance?" And I said, "What?"
And then you hurt yourself falling out of the chair?
Yeah, I was like,
Oh.
these folks, I had no idea.
And going to school.
So,
Yeah, I don't.
Places were like, yeah, you'll have to figure out how
I
to
met
do
Kay
it.
Granger, who was still is. She was the mayor of Fort Worth and a congresswoman forever. She's still there. She's in her 80s. And this is 20 plus years ago. I said, you get hate mail? She goes,
we get emails. But again,
oh yeah, now you're getting emails. You're like, oh, I got it. I got
they're
it.
mostly, you know, it's mostly single issue people that have skin in the game. And I get it. It's all fine. It's all part of it.
And you're closing in May.
Yeah, we're going to close for 2 weeks.
Okay, so I may.
That'd be the best time.
I know. I beat you to that. I talked to Brian. He goes, I said, okay. Because I already told the
You're
guy.
not going to be ready by then. I'd be surprised. I mean, the town's just, it's government entity. It's not going to be that quick. But who knows? Maybe.
Still very city to me.
But Matt, do something more than nothing. Anything that cuts down the time.
I'd be surprised if you were ready by then. Just with the way contractors are.
I don't know about you, but my cup is half full.
Probably.
This is very early for Greg to be drinking coffee, so.
I'm about 3 hours early for coffee.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Greg Gordon does not drink coffee and talks about himself in the third person when he does. Too early.
See, I usually get up at between 5:30 and 6 and start on the coffee right. So by now I'm done. This is my last
Oh, mine is 11:30.
coffee out.
Did you go skiing at all this weekend?
I actually I had a hernia fixed on Thursday.
Oh, Dick.
So I'm just relegated to walking. Right. But those are easy these days.
Like I would still travel. Like,
I mean,
Where
they
do you
just
go
don't
for your
her-
care?
Huh?
Where do you go for your care?
I need to be around
Vale Health.
anymore.
Tell her about your
My
shoulder.
company does work for Vale Health. We help build the new hospital there.
Cool. That's been an ongoing. It's been a 20-year project. That's probably fascinating because they really. You talk about infill. I mean, they're taking every square foot of. I mean, land is so valuable right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had 2 shoulders replaced and a hernia fixed now in the last year.
Was the shoulders from skiing?
Yeah, football's not a very smart sport. And skiing and a little bit of hereditary. I mean, I've got arthritis from genes. So,
Where in Virginia?
Richmond is where I grew up. I went to Virginia Tech.
Wow.
So when I left high school, I haven't lived in Richmond since. So
Okay,
Virginia
yeah, Beaumont,
Tech's-
like me, Southeast Texas,
Yeah,
Austin.
Blacksburg's a little more progressive than Richmond.
I'm a less and less, but the more I read about Thomas Jefferson, I'm a little bit less of a fan, but I'm a fan. I've been there. I've been to his house.
I have to. That was where we went in elementary school for field trips.
We'd go to NASA.
Well, we used to go to D.C. too, which was fascinating.
Yeah, I like his hardwood. I've read way too many, not too many, but a bunch of books on him, and I went to his house. I'm like, oh, I got tingled, my skin tingled. I'm like,
He's worshipped by many there.
How many years ago did you build the cooler? How old is that?
That's awesome.
8 or 10.
Oh, so pretty
I was
recently?
more like environmental.
And they let you put it up right to the property line without any sort of.
It's a removable cooler, so
Oh,
it didn't
it's not
need a
fixed.
permit. It's not fixed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just tucked right into the
Just sitting
deck.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just tucked right under the fire exit.
so my follow up with you is after Wednesday. I'm gonna meet with the dude, and I'll share names.
Okay.
And I'll take your guy's
I need
name.
to look at options. I mean, the best option might be to move it down a little. And the other option might be to, I don't know what the options are.
'Cause
I mean,
I'm gonna-
we need to work together for me to have any options. Yeah. It would severely hamper my business.
I ended up with a box of your steaks in my back door one day. I pulled them out. I said, hey, Mike. He goes, what are those doing? I said, I had a visitor. I'm like, come on, dude.
Yeah, UPS will just, we buy a lot of our meat from a place up Montana. And
My favorite is when I walk in the back, I'm like, hey, anybody got any cash on you? They're like, what? I'm like, I'll sell you some steaks. They're like, thank you, Greg.
yeah, it's UPS. Sends them or FedEx.
But it's fine. It's just, I just find it, because I ship stuff for a living. And I used to put stuff by the street. I'm like, And then one time something disappeared. Now they go around the back.
Well, that's the beauty of Breckenridge.
Yeah, mine is Lockhart. Population 18 or 12. 18,000 now. But it's growing. 30 minutes out of Austin.
There you go.
I was there, that's what I didn't finish. I was there last Monday. Sticky, 86 degrees. I'm like, no, thank you.
I went to Texas for my
Oh, yeah.
first time ever with
How'd
Greg a
that
couple
go
weeks
for
ago
you?
to meet his family, and it's okay to visit, but yeah, I don't belong in the South.
She got to meet Diana. You met Diana. Hopefully she'll be back.
Yeah, I like being here. We had the best powder day all year on Saturday. I don't know if people told
That's
you.
what
It
I
was
heard.
amazing.
That's what I've heard.
It was so good. My legs are still.
Of course, that happens after my body fixes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's because I'm the expert. Because I'm on the chair with someone, I'm like, no, I'm the expert. I know this is the best powder day all year. Last year, the 23rd was my last day on the mountain. This year, my goal now is the 24th and then May 1st.
Yeah. But I mean, just so we can try to move forward, because it's fundamental to my thinking.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm not cutting off your access without giving you any notice. And my goal is not to cut off your access.
Sure, but I mean, outside of the construction season of the spring or summer or however long it is, I mean, just generally, what is your feeling of a mutual easement for that side yard?
It would be a matter of granting you an easement for access.
That's
I
the
think
words,
it should
yeah.
be a mutual easement, personally. I mean,
But what is the mutual benefit? That's why I'm having trouble understanding and reading through it.
access to your property for maintenance, access for if you ever want to put a shed or something up there. The previous owner had a shed over there, which was kind of just like my walk-in, you know, he had to be on my property to access it.
I just
Yeah,
don't
he
see
kept
any
those
need
rights.
for us to be on your property at all. So that's why I'm confused by the mutual part of that.
Frankly, the benefit is it's my view of how neighbors treat each other in this town.
Okay, so there's no tangible mutual benefit other than friendly neighborliness.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's
That's fine. I just wanted to understand if I'm missing, maybe
Lindsay,
I'm missing something.
I don't know the answer to that. I would beg to differ. I mean, for you to say you never need to be on the property for maintenance, who knows that? You know, who knows? So, these are tight property lines, as you know.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, it's definitely tight. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're
More tight
tight.
for you than it is for us.
Oh, yeah, they're
but
tight.
definitely
I mean,
It'll-
there are some drainage issues that I've disclosed, you know, that we mutually fixed that I don't know if they play in
So you
any
contributed to the cost of it?
I
when
did
it was
for the
built?
construction. Yes.
Okay, well that's good to know.
Because it benefited me from smoothing it out, and
Yeah.
you know, it's easier for my access.
Well, our vision is like a fully re-landscaped, you know, really, really nice. Like, it's gonna be all of it. I mean, all of it. It's gonna be really, really nice.
Yeah, you're not gonna get anything to grow over there. I can tell you that.
Maybe bamboo.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying landscape versus hardscape. I'm just saying something nice. I don't know what it is. Like, we'll hire a landscape architect to do the design,
And you know that
all be
one.
taken care of with
You know that,
drainage.
don't you? I know you know that. You know the lighting people.
Pardon me?
You know the landscape architect.
I mean, I could find. I have friends that are.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I mean, I didn't hire one. I don't have any landscaping. I'm zero lot. I'm a commercial building. You're in a commercial area. Yeah.
I'm commercial upstairs. According to my documents at closing.
Yeah, I think you're both. I think you have the option of either being commercial, which is unique. I mean, that's good for the property.
And I've done the math.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that porch.
It'll be really outstanding. Like, we're gonna hire the A+ people, and it's gonna be really, really nice.
I'm ready to have some, like I
Inside
told you
and
before, I'm ready for some, in the summer, some patio chairs.
Is Mike still shoveling on is he shoveling over? Because I told him not to. We don't need to anymore.
Oh, I told him he could.
Okay. Well, if you're all right with
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna,
By the way, I love Mike.
he's the best. But he doesn't need to.
Our Mike.
Oh.
We used to do that.
Yeah, I saw him the other day. I said, yeah, throw it. I thought
Because
about
the
it.
decks structurally couldn't hold the weight because they were 40 years old.
Oh, yeah,
When we rebuilt the decks, they've been engineered. They can handle any weight the snow wants to handle.
No, yeah, they're not shoveling at all. But when I went, the other day he was shoveling, I said, I'll take, because you and Lee both said, Greg, take the moisture.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Like, I'll take the moisture now. Now that remember Texan.
yeah.
I don't know.
But I mean, back to the
When
question.
we got a meeting?
Fundamentally, are you open to a mutual easement? Yes or no?
No,
No.
no,
Okay.
no.
Well, then I need to fundamentally change my business,
Yeah, no hurry, no rush.
which is really disappointing
Yeah, no rush.
because that's not what we talked about when you bought the property. So,
Well, I didn't know. I came and I was ignorant. Yeah, I just showed up and I'm like,
I'm gonna be done after my contract.
and then I finally studied the
I didn't. I had to, we did-
property line.
Yeah, and so.
Because it's 4 inches, open the door 4 inches and it's on my property. So that's why I don't, yeah, there's not much in that concrete block.
They didn't say anything about like wanting to be done on.
okay.
I have to get to work, Dick. Sorry to cut so quickly. I have people calling me. Nice to meet you.
Yes.
The thing to do, but she was like, I just don't want to like
Good luck.
have a conversation. And it's like,
But anyway, yeah,
a lot better than just leaving.
right when I met you, remember, I saw you. You remember vividly, I think, last May. You said, how you doing? I said, man, I need to meet somebody. And 4 weeks later,
Yeah.
she showed up on the
That's
porch.
great.
So yeah. But yeah, so I'll keep you posted.
Okay.
Nothing needs to change right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long can I anticipate nothing will change?
I know. I'll let you know on Wednesday. But when it goes, and if I tell you 3 weeks, you're gonna say, Greg, I need more than 3 weeks, and I'm gonna say, okay.
Okay.
Again, We're neighbors. We're
Well,
not,
it doesn't feel-
I'm not,
I have to be honest with you, it doesn't feel like it.
That's
This
okay.
is not how neighbors treat. It's not okay, in my opinion. Whatever.
okay. But we
It's
get
just
along.
this point. So you just want money from me? You just want to extort money, cash from me? To have
Extort's a
access?
bad word.
Well,
No, I
that's-
want rent. Yeah, I want rent.
Okay.
that's
How
it.
much?
$1,200 a month.
No.
But
Wow, you're proud of yourself.
I'm real proud. But I said that last time. Actually, yeah, that's
You
what I
never
said.
named the number.
No, I did. All right, I'm walking out with you.